Good morning, people. Today is a day of madness, complete and utter madness, but exciting. The temperature is about -3 below zero, and we're in search of maybe just one nice winter chub. Doesn't have to be big, it's just got to be a chub or any other fish, and we're going to fish a small river. Let me show you. It's only a few minutes walk to what I call my secret swim. The bells are playing, quintessentially that lovely English sound, and a thick frost. And this is why us anglers do this kind of thing, because of the challenge. Also, you won't see many people around at this time of the morning. Hello, Mr. Kingfisher. We've had a very thick frost last night and it's been cold all week. There's no wind this morning and the sun is just trying to break out. But I haven't fished this river for well over 12 years. But I've had some really nice fish out of here. Not monsters, but just nice quality fish. The last of the leaves on the trees, and winter is truly setting. But the beauty of nature shines through, and this is why I'm doing these videos for you. So let's go to our secret swim and see if we can pull one out. Good morning. I'm only going to stay for about 3 hours, but I've got the right gear on today. Remember that video from last week where it all went wrong at Cox's Lock? I was so cold. Well, there's no wind today, which is good, because otherwise it would have been blowing from the northeast, and for fishing that's the worst wind you can get. Right, let's continue on our walk. I'll be right back with you guys, and let the bells ring. Hello, we've just arrived at my secret swim, and this water looks very chubby. It's just gone 10:30, so we've fished till about 1 o'clock. I think it's actually trying to snow. Anyway, all we're going to do is put a little ledger out today, flip it on the bottom. I've got some worms and some hemp seed, and I've got a tin of meat if that doesn't work. I didn't bring any maggots today. I know maggots work really well, but let's just see if this swim after 12 years gives me a fish in winter. Right guys, just gone 10:30. Let's get some hemp seed out into the swim. Take that away later on. Just spread one lot across. There's a nice bit of flow in the water today, which is good. Basically, we're going to get a worm on, flip it out, and see what happens. I'm not changing the link setup, keeping it exactly the same. It'd be ideal for this. Some nice worms. Had these worms for over a week now, 2 weeks, but still in good condition. Chub do love worms. Having said that, so do most fish. I've told you that before. Worms are such a natural bait. Put a couple on, and we're just going to fish very simple today, nothing complicated. But then I always like to keep things simple, don't you? It's much better, less to go wrong, and fishing doesn't have to be complicated. I can make up some really nice rigs, but they rarely let me down, and that's the most important thing. You can have some of the most technical rigs going, and if they work, that's great. But if a simple rig works, then that too is great, isn't it? A couple of nice worms there, nice and lively this morning. They're more lively than me. Right, let's get this out. I'm going to put this out in the middle where it's deeper, because it's so cold. The water's actually up a little bit, got a little bit of colour. I'd say it's very, very good for a chub. Yeah, it's got a little bit of depth there. Could have gone around to the right a bit more, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to put my rod slightly at an angle. I've made friends with a robin. Don't know if you can see him. There he is. Hello, my little friend. How you doing? You doing all right? Yeah. Hello. Robins. I always find a robin, especially in the winter when you're fishing. Let's give him a worm, shall we? Another nice juicy worm. Look, let me down for that. You're welcome. I have a feeling, guys, that we might be lucky today and get a nice quality chub. Even if it's just one, who cares? Now it's a matter of waiting and enjoying the cold. I'm hopeful. Will my little swim produce after over 12 years of fishing here? I notice it's been cut back. It's easier to access the swim, so that's good. But there used to be, over the other side, I think it's just over there, there's a big willow tree, and that's where I used to catch them, from underneath there. But you've got an overhanging bush here, but I've caught them out in the middle, and it does look very chubby. I think could be in for a nice fish. Always hopeful, and if we don't, that's the truth of winter fishing. My little robin there. I just spoke to 3 anglers, young guys, who've had a few chub out, only small ones up to £2 on maggot. I didn't bring any maggots with me today. Perhaps I should have done. Well, I'll tell you what, it is so cold that the water at the end of my rod, the water on the line is freezing up when I cast out. What's the time? 12:30. I'm going to give it about another hour. It's bitterly, bitterly cold. I might take a wander down to where they were fishing, down by the bridge. Might go and have a look down there and see if we can get one out.
Morning, you alright?
Yeah, you?
Yeah.
Hello. You alright? Hey, it's alright. It's alright.
Why are you being nervous, Ben? It's okay.
It's probably liver smelling stuff on it. That's better, isn't it? Yeah.
Cold day today. Will they bite?
Well, I'm hoping for just one nice chub. I spoke to 3 anglers down there. They've all had fish up to about 2 pounds. But if any fish is going to feed, generally speaking, it's going to be a chub.
Yeah.
But I just had to get out and give it a go, like, because I'm doing a YouTube thing on fishing as well. So, you know, I thought,
Where do you find most of your stuff? I've got a friend that owns a fishing shop in Surbiton. What's it called? It might be called Surbiton Tackle. It's in Hinchley Wood. Used to be by.
Oh, I've heard of it. I go to Walton Tackle Exchange because I've known the people in there for
years,
30 odd years, and they sell second-hand stuff as well as new gear.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So if there's a good rod there second-hand, which that one was brand new, but funny enough, I brought this second-hand float rod, and when I looked at it, when I got it home, it was one I had over 12 years ago.
Really?
Same rod.
That's good.
Yeah, it was only £19 instead of, I think, about 40.
Enjoy your fish.
Thank you very much. All I've got to do is survive. Oh dear me. So what are we going to do? We have to make a decision. So I'll give it, it's 12:30, give it till about 1:30. I might go down to the bridge where the other guys are fishing. We'll go and have a look at that. Perhaps we can see if we can get one out of there. Morning.
What are you guys looking for? I noticed you're
We're looking for a miracle. We're looking for, the fish that we'll feed is a chub.
But there's so many of you. Is that because of the cold temperature? Like there's fishermen all along the river for a specific reason?
Yeah, well, there were 3 anglers. They've passed me. They've gone up there.
Right.
I think they all had some chubbies up to about 2 pounds. Not monsters, but the chubbies are fish that will feed even when it's very, very cold.
Right.
And the other thing is, of course, at the moment, all the ponds and lakes have frozen up.
Right.
So you can't fish those anyway. So it's a case of getting onto the rivers and fishing the rivers.
Is the season open today? Or?
The season's open from June until March next year.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, although there is a closed season, a lot of the lakes are open now during the closed season anyway. So there isn't really there's a closed season on the rivers.
Yeah.
But many of the lakes are open in the closed season unless they're owned by a club.
I see.
Then they tend to close them. But I'm a member of Leatherhead Angling Club and they keep their lakes open during the closed season.
Okay.
But it doesn't harm the fish. I mean, there was this thing about... hello. Hey. Hello. There was this thing about because the fish spawn during the closed season, it can harm them, but it doesn't. Because at the end of the day, when the fish want to spawn, if they don't want to feed, then you're not going to catch any. Simple as that. So
I just wondered if you, because of this lower temperature, you guys were...
we're mad. Basically,
I just wondered why that
I was quite surprised to see as many as there were, actually. I mean, those 3 guys were really nice. But again, because of the lakes and the ponds are frozen over, you have to fish the river. It's very challenging today. Whether I'll get anything or not, I don't know. I only need one decent chub to put on my YouTube channel, because I'll do a YouTube channel on angling. Yeah. I made a little friend with the robin there. The worms. I'm giving him some worms. I think there's one still down there. I don't know why he hasn't taken it, but he's been sitting on me landing net and everything. So
I think they're used to people in their gardens, aren't they, these guys? There you go.
He's very skittish. For a robin, they're normally he is quite tame, but he's a bit skittish. I'll call him Laughing Gravy.
Wait, how farmers are there?
Yes, the robin there. You see with the red. They say he has a red breast, but he actually has a
Orange, yeah. So, really tough one today, but we came out. We had to go, and that really is the way it is. It hasn't gone above freezing all day. It's still -2 degrees. It really is winter, but hey, there you go. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully next week we can, for all the bad times in angling, when you do get a fish, those bad times just disappear. So, you know, not the end of the world. We tried worm. I should have brought some maggots really. Those 3 anglers had their fish on maggots. Biggest chubs they had was about £2. That would have been nice. I'd have been glad of that, but you know, that's fishing for you. Anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you again next week. Take care of you, won't you? Keep warm, and if you're in a nice hot country, lucky you. All the best. Catch you soon, guys. Bye bye. I'm going home, get a cup of coffee and warm up. Even my hands are shaking on here now. See you later, guys. Bye.